Hello everyone and a very warm welcome. In this tutorial we will split PDF by barcode. Before we build the actual solution, let's understand our use case. So here on your screen you see patent request document. When I say document, this document has multiple patent requests, right? The first one is for Miranda, the second one is for another company, and if you look, the third one is actually inverted, right? And then there is a fourth patent request. That's all good. We have 4 patent requests out here. What I need to do is that I want to split each of the document based on the barcode and use the barcode value as the file name. So without wasting any further time, let's create the solution. So here I am in my Power Automate. I'm going to click on an automated flow. I'll click on skip for this, and let's consider that we have the files in SharePoint. So I'll type in SharePoint, I'll click on see more, and I'll use when a file is created or modified properties only. To this action, I will give it a site address and I will select a library. Perfect. Now that I have selected the library, let me go ahead and add another action. Now that I have the file properties, I also need to get the file content. So again, I will type in SharePoint and add the get file content action. And here I will pass in the site address and I'll pass in the identifier. The identifier is the dynamic content returned by the trigger. So I'll search for identifier and I'll click on add. So next I'm going to go ahead and add an action where the real magic happens. So I will search for the Aquaforest connector. I'll click on show all and I will use the split by barcode action. To this action, I'll pass in the file content, which is the output of the get file content action. And the file name will be the output of the trigger, that is the file name with extension. I can leave the other options default. However, one thing to notice out here is the file name template. The file name template is value 1, which will be replaced with the barcode values that are dynamically found. For example, in our case, it will be replaced by the barcode value. Now that we have the split action configured, the final step would be to create the files back into SharePoint. Create file. To the create file action, I'll give it a site address. I'll select the patents document library. I'll pass it the file name. So split output files, okay? Just look at this. When I click on this, it will automatically decorate it into a for each loop. That means it returns an array. So I'll say PDF. And finally, I will go ahead and pass in the file content. I'll give my Power Automate a meaningful name, split demo. I'll save my flow. Perfect. So let me quickly switch to the old designer and let me trigger the flow. Now, why am I doing this? Because in the new designer, there is a bug which actually goes ahead and breaks the file content action, right? So I have triggered the flow and let me quickly upload the file. Perfect. So the file is getting uploaded and within a few seconds, our flow should trigger. Okay, you see, it still fails. So the reason it fails is because the identifier gets messed up when you go ahead and use the new designer. So I'll pass in the identifier again, and all I need to do is save my flow. Understand this. If you get an error related to OpenAPI, it's basically related to the new designer because there is a problem with the connections when it comes to the new designer canvas. So if you see right now, I just changed the identifier and the flow is running as expected. Perfect. So it has created 4 files. Let's go back and let's quickly go into the patents document library. And here I have 4 files. If I quickly open the file in the browser, you will see that the final file is actually 6 pages, right? So it has split the files as expected. It has renamed the files with the barcode values. I hope this quick tutorial was informative. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.